y'all, it's Sunday. Time for a little story now. It's time for a little story. I want to tell you guys about how God came through for me. Sometimes we do forget, and I'm not gonna even front like it's not easy to forget. It is, unfortunately, it is easy to forget sometimes when the Lord like takes us through something that we ain't see no way out of except for his delivering us from it. And it's like we forget that all happened. Like sometimes time can make us forget it, but just the intensity of it all dies down, and it's like we just get amnesia into where we stop trusting God. It's like when he puts us in a new situation where it's like, okay, you put me in this situation this time, Lord, and I'm trying to trust you, I'm trying to believe in you, and then he might be looking at you like, why are you having such a hard time trusting and believing in me? You don't remember when that happened? You don't remember what I did with you there back in 1996? I've been rocking with you since 1996. What you mean you don't remember? What you mean you don't trust me? What you mean you don't know if I'm gonna take you through this and help you? What you mean? You don't remember that health scare when the only thing you could do was ask for me to heal you, and here you are? You don't remember the last time that you was broke? You don't remember the last time when you only had like 10 cents in your account? And you don't remember the last time you just really needed this job and you prayed out to me, and I didn't just give you the job, I gave you a better position in that corporation that you weren't even qualified for. You don't remember all that? Huh? So now when I want to put you through something to show you my glory, you scared every 5 minutes and you don't want to listen, you don't want to trust me. Well, why did I deliver you? Why did I come through for you all them other times? Why did I do that if you was just gonna treat me like I didn't do it? That's how God be dealing with me. I'm gonna tell you about a time where it's easy for me to forget how, like, the way he came through for me was just amazing, outrageous. I'll be like, I've been giving you the best of me, and you forgot? Giving you the best that I got. Okay, so check this out. The year was 2010. I was pregnant. This was my first pregnancy, and I was good and pregnant, 6 months. And as you all know, I used to be a teacher, and I don't care what nobody say, teaching ain't just reading books and having nap time. Definitely ain't about having snacks and singing songs. Like, maybe you do all of that, but it is a high stress job. It really is. Now, I don't know if you ever been around a crazy person who was approaching their third trimester or at their third trimester of pregnancy. I don't know if you ever been with that, but with all of the hormonal changes and, like, you know what I mean, sometimes your mind starts to play tricks on you. You might not even recognize yourself through your actions, you know, comparing it to this point of your pregnancy. You're tired, you're hot. Like, I live in Florida, so it be hot anyway. I got 45 extra pounds on me right now, so I am hot. I got to stand up and talk to these kids all day. The point is, I was stressed out and out of my mind. That's the best that I can put it. So there was this one day, life altering. You know what they say? Like, it only takes a moment decision to change your whole circumstances, bad or good. I 100% have experienced that. Okay, so a little backstory. Like I said, I was really pregnant. I had become very stressed out. I was tired. As I expressed to you guys before, I wasn't in my dream job. I just put it that way, but I was doing my job, right? But it began to become very hard for me to want to be there. And there was this there's a facility. Some of it was office, some of it was more like warehouse-ish, okay, that the school board owns. It was a school board situation, and I knew about it. One Sunday night, I was speaking to my mother, who used to work for the school board as well. Well, she was still currently employed by the school board. She was telling me about her friend who used to be a custodian, who was working at this facility that I'm talking about, because she hurt her foot. And instead of being, you know, unemployed by the school board, she was able to further her employment in this facility. So it was kind of like a place like that where, you know, I feel like it was a great solution to people who might have been having some disability type issues with their former position that they were working in, where they could still be employed but at a different capacity, you know, in this facility. So I had known about that, and I asked her, I was like, oh, how do you get to work there? Because honestly, like, I felt like I couldn't take my job no more. I felt like I couldn't take it in my situation. Like, I was looking for a way out without quitting, in other words, because I felt like my current situation was gonna take me out. Again, I had asked my mom, I was like, hey, how you get to work there? And she was like, you can't just work there. Like, you have to have something going on with you, and then they basically place you there. Now, there were certain people that were working in the office part, doing, more clerical type stuff, that type of thing, that were working there just to do that. But that's not what I was asking her about. So basically, like, my dream of that being my way out, it was like, no, like, you have to actually go through processes and have reasons for them to elect to have you placed there. So that was Sunday night. Monday, I went on to work. By Tuesday, I had made a decision that changed the whole trajectory of my situation. Unbeknownst to me, child, things be divinely orchestrated, and you just be living your life thinking that you just going from point A to point B, and then God don't got nothing to do with it. But nah. When you're a Christian, like, things, even if you're not living right, like, even if you're not actually picking up your cross, following Christ, putting your stuff down and following Christ, the fact that you are a believer in the body, he be looking out for you. Again, I call this just undeserved grace. Undeserved grace. Hold on. So yes, so like I was saying, God, the way that he still just came through, all right, let me go on with the story and explain to you what happened. This particular Tuesday, we were there at my job, and there was a student that I've had some difficulties with, and she's the kind of student that if you said, hey, we're gonna go get in line now, like, you can maybe like 80% count on the fact that she's not getting in line, or like, hey, get your pencil out, everybody, just get your pencil out. When you turn your head to the left and then look back over to the right, she coloring inside the coloring book. Like, that's what I'm dealing with. Like, again, my stress levels are high. I can't take this. We were getting ready to go on a field trip, and it was a walking field trip, okay? Which, big old 6 months pregnant. Oh, okay, we're gonna go on this walking field trip. Okay. So I'm getting everybody ready. I'm making everybody name tags, like doing the things that we usually do when we're getting ready to leave for a field trip. The only thing I asked for the class to do, which this was my second year teaching, but I had been the teacher, the stern teacher. I had been the teacher that had classroom management good. That wasn't a struggle for me. So it's kind of, when I ask a class to do something, they doing it. But again, you have the couple of outliers which you have to address more than you would the group. And like I described, she was one of them. But we were having breakfast. So, like, if there is no other part of the day that you gonna be doing what I ask you to do, class, is usually when you just sitting down and eating, because you want to do that. So I'm sitting, trying to get these things together, trying to get these lists together, chaperone lists, all this stuff. And the class is eating. Everyone is supposed to remain seated. We know this already, and we usually are doing this. So, fine. Well, I look over, and I see Miss Ma'am at somebody's backpack. I don't know what the child had in their backpack, or if she knew he had something in the backpack that she wanted, but she was at his backpack. So I saw her the first time. I told her to get back in her seat. She got back in her seat, which, by the way, was nowhere near this child backpack. Okay. So a couple minutes later, I'm writing these name tags. I'm continuing getting my stuff in order, just sitting here at his desk nearby. And the child whose backpack it was, he was like, she won't get my backpack. It wasn't open yet, but she was back at his backpack. And okay, so this time I gave her instructions, and I gave her a warning. We getting ready to go on this field trip. Please do not do anything that will cause you to be someone who's not going with us. Like, I already told you to get from his backpack, which you were supposed to be in your seat anyway, so this shouldn't have been a thing. We shouldn't even be talking about this. But the fact is, I did tell you get from this boy backpack, and you're back there for a second time. All right, y'all already probably see where it's going. A few minutes later, I look over. His backpack is open, and was not supposed to have this in school. I don't know where she got wind of that he had a toy in his backpack, but he did. And that's where she was at. She was trying to take his toy. That's what the whole thing about this was. But now I'm livid, okay, at the fact that you are just completely acting like you can't hear. I'm going to take full responsibility. I cannot, she did not cause me to do anything. I made my own decision to what I'm about to explain to y'all that happened next. It was me, fully accountable. There were 10 different things that I could have done in that moment, but in that moment, I decided to do something that would cause me to not have to talk to this girl again about this backpack. And also to ensure that she wouldn't be back in his backpack. I made a decision that I was like, okay, you ever seen the show Snap before? Have you seen the show Snapped? Yeah. Like, everything was going so fast. Shoom, 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 shoom. Like, me making this decision. It wasn't like I sat there and thought about it. I just wanted this problem to end. And the decision that I made, like, I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize me having a job, but I would teeter on the line. Because as I explained to y'all 2 days before, I was trying to look for a way up. The devil. So, I escorted her to the bathroom and told her she couldn't leave until I came back. I'm gonna leave out the other detail. There's one more detail. Again, no children were harmed during the filming of this. You know what I'm saying? No children were harmed. But I did do something that, according to the code of ethics, was a problem. Now, let me explain to y'all about this bathroom. The bathroom, the door didn't close. Like, the door could close, but, you know, there was no latch on the bathroom door, which means that if you do this, the door opens. If you do this, the door closes. Like, there's nothing restricting you actually from opening and closing the door. Can't lock it. There's no latch to even stick it in place for it to close. So I did not put the child in danger, but it was very inappropriate. My accountability. So she's in there crying and screaming like somebody's being her with a switch. I'm just like, name tags. I done went back to what I was doing. And I'm just blocking out all of the noise and asking the class to continue with their breakfast. We got 5 minutes left. That type of deal. Well, anyway, the ruckus caused my neighboring teacher to come over, and she's like, what's going on? And she went in the bathroom, and she was like, she can come sit with me type thing. And so she called CPS on me. She reported me